I have a blue candle for us.
Here we are at Center for Creative Living. Yay! And I'm sorry to tell you that Dottie is not feeling well today. And Corky is a little iffy, but she's making it here out in front of the computers. So we have you all on computers. So yay for
Yay
Corky!
Zoom!
Yeah.
Yay Zoom! Yay
Yay,
Zoom!
Zoom.
Yay Zoom!
And
Okay.
Cheryl is in the house to do our talk, and we're all here and excited and just to be together. So I'd like to begin with a little opening prayer, just closing your eyes and breathing deeply and moving into that special place that is the place for quiet and joy and peace and love and quiet and joy and peace and love. And we can carry this through not only our gathering today, but throughout the week. And remember that as we gather together and as we walk forward in this week, we can do it with quiet and joy and peace and love. The world needs love, sweet love, right?
Yes.
And so I claim that. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, for being with us today. And so it is. I want to announce that on the 18th, we're going to meet at Panera on Coleman again. Just a gathering to see each other and hug and share books, whatever you want to share. I have play tickets that day, so I'm going to go to the play, and Christine St. Clair will be there to greet you. So please let me know that you're coming, or let Christine know that you're coming, so that we can give Panera a little bit of an idea. So that's announcement 1, the 18th. I think I told you that I'm going on a cruise from the 22nd to the 9th. And when I get back, I'm working on a class on improving your luck. So when I get back, I'll be announcing that. That'll be in March. So think about how lucky are you, and would you like to have more luck in your life? So those are my 2 announcements. And I know Janet has an announcement about UCM. So Janet?
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to say wonderful, grateful gratitude and healing for each and every person on this Zoom, and for our wonderful Dottie and Corky. May we just surround them with healing power and love and energy of rejuvenation. And we are going to have Scout Bartlett talk with us on our speaker series. And Corky and I have worked out some things for our New Year's of speaker series, and it's you are you, me is me, and we are we, and we are one. And I love it. I love it. And so I just invite you to come for this discussion, for this interactive time that we have as we explore our uniqueness as it blends into oneness. So please join us from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Coming up. It's fast. I can't believe it. It's coming up.
Set
It's the
your alarm.
13th. I know. So
Set
please,
your alarm so that you won't forget.
that's a beautiful example, beautiful idea, Joan. Thank you, Reverend Joan, because when we do that, it creates an incredible relief, so we don't have to remember. And then we forget, and then we feel sad that we missed it.
That's how that goes.
Absolutely. And I just want to give Reverend Lonnie Broderick a big heads up and a big thumbs up, because she joined us in on last Tuesday. It was the wrong Tuesday, but she got there on a Tuesday, and I just want to say good on you. It was fantastic. And I also would like to light our candle of hope and healing. So here we go. And it's for each and every one of you to remember that you are the light. We are the light together. And as a combined light, we bring healing to the world. Bring healing to the world. And so, Reverend Joan, whenever you want me to sing, you let me know. It could be before or it could be after. You just let me know.
Well, I think we could do with a song right now. What do you think, Cheryl?
I agree.
Let's go for it, Janet. We're ready.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Here we are. Together. Oh, we stand here in our body with our body. Oh, we are here on the earth, and we sing. Ooh, oh, we sing. Ooh, oh, we sing. Ooh, oh, we sing. And we're held in the loving arms. Oh, we are here in our body. We are here with our soul open. We are here and our soul sings. We are home. Ooh, we are home. We are home with each other. Ooh, and we dance the light, dance the light, dance the light. We are free and we are whole. Dance the light, dance the light. We are free and we know every cell and every breath, every moving through us of the energy of the universe dances in our eyes. Ooh, and we find home. Ooh, in our body we are one. Ooh, and we know that we are here. Ooh, bringing us to each other, riding the waves of life, finding the light, and wholeness holds us home, and we sing our unity song.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you a little bit about Cheryl. She's been very active in the church, and I've enjoyed knowing her. She's had a lovely, sweet voice in the choir, and Lauren is going to read her introduction.
So Cheryl has been a member of CCL since 2006. She took the ministerial course and became a minister and gave chakra readings at various CCL events. She's in the core group of transformation of angels, guides, and ancestors circles and sang in the choir. We were living in San Jose at the time and moved to Placerville in 2020, and in Placerville got very ill. And that was the beginning of your journey.
So let's give a warm welcome to Cheryl.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back.
So good to see you.
Thank you. It's been quite a journey for me. Um, so my eating disorder is called ARFID, ARFID, which stands for Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. When I get stressed, my stomach shuts down and I avoid eating. I just don't feel hungry. That's been my way since childhood. So I had that disposition or predisposition just right out of the gate. But ARFID has been recently identified as an eating disorder. Binge and purge is an eating disorder that people are I think most people are familiar with. I became aware of more of the detail of the binge and purge when I was at the eating disorder facility in treatment. And what I learned there is that people with that eating disorder tend to have a body image issue. And so what they do is they restrict their eating or have a very specific diet that they adhere to. And then when they're triggered, they binge and they just they gorge themselves with food. And then out of guilt, they go and they vomit it up. For me, and I can't speak for other ARFID disordered folks, but for me, there is no body image issue. It's really more psychological than it is physical. So I'd like to share with you my history, my treatment, and then living with my eating disorder after treatment. From what I learned along the way, and again, this is just my story, so the things that I share are my perceptions of things. I'm definitely not an eating disorder expert. So as I say, this is just my journey. And I really want to share this because it was a terrifying journey for me, and I don't want anyone else to go through this. So if what I'm sharing can help you or anyone you know, then I am grateful for that. So what I learned along the way is that I was predisposed to an eating disorder by the way I handled stress and anxiety, or rather didn't handle it. Growing up, my father was an alcoholic and my mother was neglectful. The tension we lived in got steadily worse over the years until they divorced when I was 11. No one explained to us what was going on, so my younger sister, brother, and I grew up confused about what was going on, and I believe we all came up with our own ways of coping. I also developed a way of behaving, of stuffing my emotions, and knowing that I didn't matter, and creating a survival mindset. I ended up marrying a man who embodied both my father and mother, being an alcoholic and neglectful himself.
Good choice.
Right? Of course, that's what was familiar to me.
Of course.
Right? That's what we do. We marry our father, if not both, father and mother. So, yeah, that was a real winner for me. I actually left him when he began using drugs. My 2 young sons and I left him, and then I spent the next 10 years as a single working mom here in San Jose. I established a career in high tech and forced my body to endure the extreme stress that it required. Again, just stuffing and stuffing and stuffing. I lost my job in March 2021 after purchasing a house in Placerville the previous June 2020 during COVID.
And counting on working remote.
And counting on working remote. Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. And so losing my job that following March, being remote, being 61 and being terrified that I couldn't find another job. I just couldn't gather myself up to interview. I felt like I couldn't sell myself. And so I actually began drinking heavily to cope. That was one of the coping mechanisms I had developed early in life.
Well, you had the pattern for that in your parents,
I did.
right?
Yes, I did.
So that's an obvious solution.
Right. If it worked for him, it could work for me. Right.
Yeah.
But I also found out that I had the same brain as my dad in terms of what I've discovered along the way is that there is such a thing as an alcoholic brain, which I have. So here in Placerville, I started getting ill. I developed digestive problems by July in 2021, and eating felt like swallowing shards of glass. I also developed excessive mucus, which was choking me and causing a bad cough. My asthma flared up, and I was using my rescue inhaler every day, all day. I had begun losing weight because I wasn't able to eat much. And at this point, I was 128 pounds of my usual 137. And I didn't know what was causing the weight loss. So I began to become afraid, very afraid, full of anxiety. And of course, that helps flare the asthma as well. I went to the doctors and they prescribed anti-anxiety medication, but they could not help me with the unexplained weight loss. They did schedule an endoscopy, and what that found was GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease. And then over the next 6 months, I developed SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and H. pylori. Kaiser medications and naturopathic remedies both cured both of these, but the GERD lingered. And it affected my eating and my digestion. And every month I was losing about 5 pounds. So I was terrified. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know why I was losing the weight. And the doctors didn't give me any answers. By February 2022, I couldn't breathe without my inhaler and was hospitalized for 4 days for asthma, exacerbation, and bronchitis. We had a wood fire stove. That was our primary source of heat. And of course, the smoke from the wood fire, allergy to trees that surrounded my house, mold under the floorboards downstairs, along with the extreme stress that I was under, hit my lungs hard and caused severe long-lasting damage. In September 2022, I left the Placerville house and moved to Morgan Hill. The effects of GERD stayed with me, and I continued to lose weight. I continued to go to doctors, and Kaiser doctors sent me to nutritionists, psychotherapists, anyone that they could think of to evaluate me and try to uncover what was the cause of the weight loss, but they couldn't come up with anything. My experience was with the doctors in the Western medicine is that they are trained to prescribe medications for the illnesses that are presented to them. And there was no medication that could help me with my weight loss. So they were at a loss. Finally, in May of 2024, so that's 3 years after this began, I went to the doctor because I had a skin issue. And the doctor determined I needed a biopsy. But she said she couldn't do the biopsy because she felt that I was too malnourished and the wound wouldn't heal. So at that point, I was 88 pounds. I want to share a picture, if you can see it. of me in the center here. Whoop, there. This was me at my worst. This was about 88 pounds.
You know, and you think when you lose weight you're going to be more attractive, huh?
Yeah,
Not
not
necessarily
a
so.
skeleton. I don't know if you can see these, but it shows how thin I was. And then you can see my face. It was just very sunken in.
And I saw Cheryl around that time and was alarmed at not only how thin she was, but at her sunken eyes. That's what alarmed me so much. But you somehow you acquired a new language about diseases, and you've come out so that you're healthy and mobile and
Yes.
active in life again.
Yes. So this doctor that wanted to do the biopsy actually was extraordinarily concerned for me, and she took her time to research an eating disorder that matched my symptoms, and she found ARFID. As I say, it was a recently identified eating disorder. So she found that. She made phone calls to her colleagues to arrange getting me through the complex channels at Kaiser that would get me admitted to a residential eating disorder facility. And she made that happen, and she saved my life.
Yay!
Yay!
On to the treatment experience. So I was diagnosed with ARFID, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, on June 11th, officially diagnosed in the Kaiser system. I was hospitalized on June 14th and due to my severe malnutrition, and admitted to the residential eating disorder facility on June 20th. This is 2024. At the eating disorder facility, I encountered refeeding and nutrition, education, and therapy. By this time, I was down to 10 foods that I could eat without vomiting. The foods I ate that caused vomiting, I categorized as foods that I had developed a sensitivity to. When I got to the facility, they began serving me ordinary food. As I sat together with all 12 clients at the long table where we had all of our meals, and I was terrified that I was going to try to eat and then vomit in front of everyone. That only happened twice, actually.
You know, on one hand, well, that's not bad, and on the other hand, it's like, that's terrible.
Well, and I felt, as I say, I was terrified to sit there and try eating in front of them because of what I had experienced for the last years.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt safe because if they're feeding this to me, given all my history, they must know what they're doing. And so I sort of trusted them. And I said, okay, if you say I can do this, I can do this. And to my surprise, I was able to eat. As I say, I only vomited twice, and then my body started to accept it, I think. Each plate was nutritionally balanced, and I learned that that's what my body craved and hadn't had in years. They fed us 3 meals and 3 snacks every day. 4 weeks into it, I could see the difference in my physical and mental well-being. I finally felt safe from the unintended weight loss and the chaos that had been my life. The education that I got there, I learned that at 88 pounds, I could have died. Without adequate nutrition, our bodies begin feeding off of itself. Once all the muscle is gone, it starts going after the organs, and they begin shutting down. I was right there on the precipice.
Wow.
The heart can stop beating. I had no idea. But I know I was weak and I was sleeping all the time and I didn't eat very much. I also learned that my so-called food sensitivity was not accurate. It wasn't a thing. What was really going on is that during the time when I first began my journey with GERD and eating felt like swallowing shards of glass, I started to eat only soups and broths. And during that time, because it was an extended period, it was months that I was eating that way. And during that time, what happens is your stomach goes into paralysis. And it was when I ate foods that my stomach couldn't digest because it was paralyzed, it immediately came back up. And I had no idea. It was shocking to learn that. But it was also a relief to understand that I didn't develop a sensitivity to food, so I didn't have to worry about never eating these foods again. For example, a banana. I took, on the second bite of a banana, up it came. And so
how do you, well, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish.
Go ahead.
Well, no, how do you re-educate your stomach so that, I mean, because how can the stuff get down there long enough for it to get used to it being there?
It's just the continuous refeeding. It's sort of, I believe what it is it's letting your body know that it's going to get nutrition consistently, because they fed us balanced, nutritious meals 3 times a day. After a couple of days, my body was starting to come back online. It was starting to trust that the nutrition would be there. And it took about 4 weeks for my body to fully, I think, come back online. And where I all of a sudden, I saw, because of what was happening, I could eat anything I wanted. So it does come back online with nutrition.
So how did the soup, eating so much soup, how did that impact everything?
Because soup is easy to digest. Right? Soup and broth.
So it doesn't exercise that many muscles.
What the stomach wants and what your body wants is the variety of nutrition. It wants vegetables, carbs, and protein. And they fed us that every meal. And we just stuffed ourselves with this food. And that's all your body needs.
So the soup didn't make your body work hard enough.
Right.
To redevelop the digestive system.
Right. It put the digestive system to sleep.
Okay.
And it could only handle the 10 foods I could eat.
So you were eating like broth soup, or?
I was eating broth. I was eating soups.
Because soups usually have carrots or something like that in it.
Yeah, like Italian wedding soup. I could eat that.
That has a lot of stuff in it.
It does have a lot of stuff in it. I could eat cooked vegetables. That was one of the things that I could eat. So it has carrots in it, and I could have cooked zucchini. I could have protein. I could have like ham and chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think that would be harder to digest.
Yeah. You would think. But I can't explain it. My body could take that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Then the other thing that I learned through the education process there, and these are just like the highlights, I was surprised to learn that my disorder was connected to my behavior and my emotions, which is my history. And then we had therapy, and they provided one-on-one sessions with a therapist 2 to 3 times a week, which I didn't understand at first. One, I had never had, this was difficult for me for a variety of reasons. One reason is that I never had a successful session with a therapist in my life, so I didn't know how to do it. Two, my way of stuffing my emotions all my life made it nearly impossible to find my emotions in therapy. This being my survival mechanism, I was so locked down that it was as normal to me as breathing, not accessing my emotions. My therapist thought I was being difficult, but I explained to her that I'm completely open to therapy. I just didn't know how to get there. I think I was her most challenging client ever. But after about 8 weeks, we had a breakthrough, and I actually shed tears. I was able to reach some memories which explained why things were the way they were with me. I found this to be of extraordinary value because as soon as I discovered them, the pain and associated behavior vanished. Therapy went much better from then on, and I felt so much better. The refeeding, education, and therapy became the foundation on which I could stand to be successful out in the world after leaving the facility. And finally, living with an eating disorder. I left the facility in September of 2024. Here I am, still depending on all I learned while there to keep my eating disorder at bay. Old behaviors are creeping back, and I recognize them because of what I learned, and I know what to do. It's just managing my emotions and my anxiety. That's at the crux of things creeping back. Toward the end of my time at the facility, I ended up being hospitalized for a week with severe asthma, which ended up being diagnosed as interstitial lung disease, or ILD, which is a broad term for over 200 conditions causing inflammation and scarring in the lung tissue, making it hard to breathe by stiffening the lungs and preventing oxygen from entering the bloodstream. After many tests and medications, they stabilized me at the hospital and released me back to the facility. I was taking 40 milligrams of prednisone a day to be able to maintain my breathing and my strength to function. Now being stable, I headed home and was able to maintain all that I'd learned. To this day, I don't know the cause. We don't know the cause of ILD. Today, I have breathing tests several times a year to monitor ILD. The most recent was last week, and it shows an obstructive ventilatory defect is still present there. I currently take 5 milligrams of prednisone daily to breathe. So I've made great strides in reducing the amount of prednisone that I'm taking. For those that don't know, prednisone is a drug that is intended only to be taken for several weeks, if not several months, and I have been on it for years. So one of the things that prednisone does is it weakens your bones. And so osteopenia, osteoporosis can be a result of that, which I have. But being able to get down to 5 milligrams of prednisone a day is something that my doctor says shouldn't be impactful to my body. It should be something that I can stay on for the duration and not worry. Of course, I in my mind want to get off of it totally, but I can't do that yet. It is actually allowing me to function in life and breathe and actually, do daily activities. I still get winded easily, but I can do much more now than I could a year ago. I couldn't go on a day trip back then, but now I can. I even hosted Thanksgiving and Christmas this year with the help of my 2 grown boys.
Yay!
Yeah.
So you know you're getting better.
I do. Yes, I do. And I feel like I can add more to what I'm doing this year than last. Because last year I couldn't go on day trips. And then halfway through the year, I managed to go on one. And now I can go on day trips and travel to the beach and walk the beach and all of that. So I have improved greatly. And the thing that I'm not doing is exercising regularly, and my doctor wants me to do that. So I'm going to do my best this year to add walking and hopefully yoga. But right now, my nervous system is still dysregulated. The slightest thing causes stress, which causes appetite reduction. Out of balance health is one of my ED triggers. I must be diligent and be mindful of triggers in order to manage them and to keep my health balanced. For example, I noticed the impact that hosting Christmas had on me this year. In the weeks leading up to the actual event, I work myself up emotionally and energetically in order to host the day. There is an enormous impact of the hectic day. It does take its toll on me. But I love being with everyone, which is why I do this. But this year I slept for about a week after having the day, and before I felt myself come back to center and have the energy I need to just function in life. My stomach is actually still feeling the effects of the stress. It's slowly opening up to be able to hold more and more food. Because as I said earlier, my nature when I'm stressed is that my stomach shuts down. And so the stress and anxiety in anticipation of hosting Christmas started to affect my stomach. And I started eating less and less. And so I really need to be mindful of what I sign myself up for. I really, really do. So all in all, my history still lives in my body. In the way I do or don't manage my stress and anxiety, and how that affects my digestive and nervous systems. All that I learned at the eating disorder facility, I must constantly be mindful of in order to spot triggers when they happen, which are often hidden due to my nature. I need to be mindful of my allergies, my environment, and my health. I need to remember to pay attention to the effect of my chosen activities and keep downtime in my weekly schedule to keep balanced. My health has improved over the last year, and I intend for it to improve more in this new year, with a good balance of rest, good boundaries, new healthy physical activities, and more nutritious eating to maintain a healthy weight. I will continue, I affirm, I will continue to heal, gain strength, and thrive alongside my eating disorder.
Yay!
Yay!
Now, if anybody would like to ask questions, and now would be the perfect time. I'll read what people have already said. And so Annie says, good Sunday morning to all, sending love and healing energy to all. And Songbird said, hi Cheryl, so nice to see, it moved. Hi Cheryl, so nice to see you today, sending love, Songbird. And Annie says, thank you for sharing your journey with us, Cheryl. So great to see you. And January says, Cheryl. Well, I asked her if she would ask that question because there's a few things I can't pronounce there. And then and Sky said, please send love to Mama Boone for me. So of course we will do that. And so Jan.
Cheryl, I want to ask a question. Are you still doing therapy?
I'm not.
So I want to congratulate you on doing therapy. A lot of people in the spiritual community like to think that spiritual practice is enough. But I had many years of therapy, and it was very helpful. And I congratulate you on being willing to go through the therapy and benefit from it. And I also congratulate you for continuing to search for an answer, because that was what was necessary. And we can't give up. When we're faced with a problem, we can't give up. We have to look for these answers, and it's just not easy.
You're right. And I didn't give up. I mean, I was so scared of what was happening that
Well, you and I were talking off and on during the early stages of this,
yeah,
and I know you were very, very afraid. And then when you lived in the hills in Placerville, the medical wasn't readily available.
right.
Yeah, so that was an additional uh, frightening thing. But you're here.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations.
Yeah.
And Donna and Kevin said, thank you for sharing this with us. And so that's Donna Fisher, and she's a nurse, so I imagine that was interesting. I mean, it's interesting for all of us, but I think people that are in the medical field would find that particularly, since they know kind of what works and what doesn't, and
Yeah.
like, oh my God, not that kind of thing. And then, Jan, yours, do you want to ask your question?
Okay. My rheumatologist has put me on a generic form of Fosamax to stay osteoporosis, to keep it from getting worse. Did they consider that to counter the prednisone effects, or would that have worked even? I don't know.
My general practitioner just sent me a letter 2 days ago letting me know that they had confirmed osteoporosis and that she offered me two types of treatment. One was an infusion that I could do once a year, and another one is a pill that I could take weekly. She didn't tell me what kind of pill, but she said because of my digestive issues and sensitive stomach, that perhaps the annual IV would be better for me. So,
Okay, that makes sense because I take the alendronate, which is the generic form of Fosamax, and I have to take it before I take any other meds or have any other liquid other than the water to take it with for a half hour. And I cannot take it and then lay back down.
do you
And
take it weekly?
yeah,
That might be what she's talking about then.
probably sounds like, yeah.
Thank you for that. I
Yeah,
I, I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Um, so I'm still in the throes of it.
yeah,
I have some research and some thinking to do. How long
yeah.
have you been on it?
Uh, 2 or 3 years, and you can only be on it, I think she said 5 years.
Have you had a bone density scan? Sorry to dig in.
Huh?
Have you had a bone density scan to see the effects of it?
I don't think it's going to correct anything. It's just going to keep it from getting worse.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another year and a half, I think I have to go off of it, and I don't know how long. So I'm thinking the infusion might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Jan. And we have a lot of people are having questions.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you too, Jan.
Okay, let's see. Let's uh, remove pin, and let's go to do some. No, let's see. Songbird was next. Help! Help! Songbird.
Yeah. Um, I had my braces right before COVID, and then so all during COVID, I had these braces on, and your bones stay strong because your teeth are moving and biting and stuff. And so in the braces, my bone and my teeth disappeared. And so when they finally got the braces off, it's like my teeth were floating in my mouth. It was horrible. And so we had to get the bone to rebuild, and it's been taking time, but somehow, I had like what do you call it, two root canals. I had all kinds of problems, but they doing x-rays, right? And they can see the bone coming back, and it's doing really great coming back. And and this is what I'm taking. It's called Bone Up. Oops, how do I get the
Oh, there
calendar?
you go, there we go, there we go. Bone
uh,
up.
yeah, Bone Up by Jero something. So I'll put it in the chat. I just take, kind of for maintenance. I only take one a day, but so I know this works for what I have. And I remember I have a girlfriend who's a doctor of Chinese medicine, and she told me that there was some problems with Fosamax. And so next time I talk with her, I will ask her about that because my mom was on Fosamax and she got off of it. So I give her, a calcium magnesium supplement by Vital Earth that has natural calcium and magnesium. Like the magnesium with the calcium makes the bone stronger, and she's like 94. Anyway, so that's what I just would offer, in case it's of use if you have to take a supplement. There's
I
there's
do
two.
take
Vital Earths is a
I
liquid
do
one.
take calcium, magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2, which
That
helps the
sounds awesome.
calcium absorb. Um,
Yeah.
I have been doing that for a couple of years now. I would like to find more. I want to do more.
Does
So,
it
but thank
help?
you.
Does
Sorry?
it help when they check your bones? Does it help?
It didn't. No, I've been
Yeah.
taking
Oh,
calcium for a year.
oh,
And
it didn't, or it
last
did.
year, the bone scan, no, 2 years ago, the bone scan showed osteopenia. This year, last week, it showed osteoporosis. So
Uh-oh.
it's
Yuck.
progressing.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Joyce and Patty, let's see.
Hi, good morning, Cheryl. It's so nice to see you. And
Good morning.
good morning. I just wanted to share, thank you for sharing your journey with us. It's pretty incredible and not pretty incredible, it's very incredible. And it's what really strikes me is the strength of your spirit, the strength of you and the strength of your spirit to carry you through this. And it was just this incredible gift that you had this interaction with was it the dermatologist, I think, or whichever doctor it was that you went for and then it was just kind of, it wasn't even their specialty, but they just happened to be there for you. What an incredible gift. And, what you're doing is incredible. And I just applaud you. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot not to succumb to that. I mean, that's big. What you were going through is big. And yet you just keep right on going and you see the future and you see it as a positive. And I just want to say thank you, and congratulations to you. Yeah.
Thank you, Patty.
Yeah,
Hi, Joyce.
yeah.
Hey,
Uh,
Hey,
I just want to say that Patty just said it all. So I'll just sit here and smile and enjoy you. I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah,
awesome, awesome.
yeah.
Glad to
Nice
hear
to
it.
see you. Yeah.
It's always it's wonderful to see
yeah.
you.
Welcome back. Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Janet.
All right, my beautiful, beautiful Cheryl. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, as one songstress to another, how devastating with your interstitial lung disease, how devastating it's been not to sing. And I just want to honor that loss. And I'm hoping and praying that it comes back. And when I saw you at Light of Lights, I said, your voice is one of the most pure, beautiful, bell-like voices I have ever heard in my life. And you are my personal hero. We would call you every Light of Lights and say, Cheryl, can you come? And you would tell us not. And we would sit in energy and send you healing energy. You are beloved by the Light of Lights choir. You are beloved. And we hold you in that heart. And just want you to know, this was our last Light of Lights, but it looks like it might come up in a different form, maybe, in the future. And we just want you to know you are our personal hero, and we so love you. And thank you for the courage it takes to do what you're doing. Therapy is not easy. I'm in therapy myself, and I've been diagnosed with an eating disorder as well. And I just have to say that it's very shocking, first of all, to get that news. And it's very, there can be a little bit, and I would just offer this. This was true for me. It was a little bit of shame about it. Wait a minute, I don't have an eating disorder. I should be able to think through this, right?
Yeah.
And it just really, your willingness to stay alive on the earth is incredible.
Wow.
Your willingness to stay alive and create, your reality. And I would just invite you, please let us be your backup singers. We love you, Cheryl. Mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh. We love you, Cheryl. Mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh. We love you, Cheryl. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mwah. I love you back.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Janet.
So Annie's here.
I think I'm going to add singing to my list for 2006 or 26.
Yay!
A great goal. Cheryl,
Yes.
I just want to, number one, tell you how great it is to see you and to feel so encouraged that you're making progress. I'm going through my own kind of health journey, and part of what they say about what I have is they say they're often malnourished. People with this condition get malnourished, and I thought, what? How in God's name can they say I'm malnourished? I still eat, I still this, I still that, until the most recent round of new medication that they gave me for a clinical trial that has made me more nauseated than I've ever been in my life. And I'm not vomiting, thank God, but I'm finding out what it's like to not want to eat, to not want to, So your story and your journey has truly given me the courage to keep on keeping on. I never did stop singing. I'm still singing a choir, but a lot of times I tell them I can't sing with them. I just go and listen to the music, but just to be with the camaraderie and to be with the people. But I love hearing about success and your success, especially because you know how much I hope you know how much I love you and how much I've been watching you through the years and praying for your success and for things to turn around for you. So thank you for being here for us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anne. I've been sending love and energy, good energy your way as well.
So thank you. So Donna Zahner is thank you for sharing, Jan, and we love you and support you as well. Okay, so remove pin. And next is,
So we're going to give thanks for the donations that we get. We're not going to pass the basket today. There's the 4 of us here only, and we're just going to know that donations and contributions come in weekly, monthly to benefit CCL and keep us operating.
hey,
Because it's important that we stay alive. So that's these donations and contributions feed the organization and keep it alive. So you might look at it that way, and the benefits that we get from sharing and being a part of this prayer community. So we give thanks for these, and we know that regular giving creates regular receiving.
Yay!
So I want to ask Janet if she can sing us out here.
I do have one thing more that I would like to share.
Okay, go for it.
And that is that I wanted to let you know that I did circle back with my primary physician. I had been seeing her the whole time that I lived in Morgan Hill, and under her care, I had gone down to 88 pounds. And so I felt not betrayed, but let down by her specifically. And I thought that the reason that she let me down is because she didn't have eating disorder knowledge. And so I wanted to correct that with her directly. So when I got out and I had a follow-up visit with her, I told her as much. I said to her that I was under your watch as I withered down to 88 pounds and I could have died. And I was depending on you to guide me through this. And I don't know why you didn't. And I imagine and I didn't say these words exactly, but it was basically that perhaps you didn't have eating disorder knowledge. And I was very gracious, but very direct. And I said, I don't want this to happen to anyone else under your watch. So please get information about eating disorders. And when you refer somebody out to a nutritionist or a therapist and they get back to you or don't, that you reach out to them as your partner in my care. And if they can't come up with anything that changes the trajectory of my health, you need to do something else. And so from that point on, she's been very diligent with my care. She keeps up with my testing. She keeps up with all the other doctors, with what's going on with my lungs. She's really grown, because at that time I thought, if she doesn't respond well to my conversation with her about this, then I'll find another doctor. But she did respond well, and she actually thanked me. She said, I hear you, Cheryl. You're right, and I will do better. So I just want to share that is also, if you're having issues and your doctor's not responding well, talk to them about it. And if they don't respond well, find another doctor who will take care of you.
You have to be brave.
100%.
You have to be brave in the medical system. Janet,
And break the conspiracy of silence. What
Yeah.
you did right there, Cheryl, was you broke the conspiracy of silence, and you didn't just walk away and, try to deal with it yourself. You brought it back to her, which then enabled her to step up to the plate.
Yes.
Enabled her to change the way she did doctoring.
Yes.
So that's powerful. I mean, if you change, rather than just slinking away, you said, no, I'm going to confront her and I'm going to help her. And you did. You educated
and now she
her.
can help others.
That's right.
Yeah.
And she will be ever aware of the multiple dynamics that are involved in what your condition is.
Yep.
And I am just so, so proud of you for
Yeah,
breaking
it's
the
hard.
conspiracy of
Not
silence.
easy. Not easy.
No, it's not easy.
No, it
and
isn't.
and each and every one of us, as spiritual people that are supporting other people, can learn so much from your experience about
That's my
not
hope.
giving up, not
That is my
giving
hope.
up. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank
We
you.
will rise. We will rise. We will rise together. Ah, we will rise. We will rise. We will rise together.
Yay! All right.
Awesome. Okay, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Cheryl. That was a wonderful talk.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, next week is going to be Gloria. Gloria from Texas is going to talk about Martin Luther King and how the things that he did during his marches and what have you, how that made a difference in her life. And so it's going to be Gloria McCrae. So tune in. She's going to be talking all the way from Texas. And thank you for showing up. And remember that this Tuesday is going to be Scout Bartlett on the speaker series, and next Saturday is the memorial for Patty, and the talk by the lady.
Yes, by Lupita.
Right.
And please come to it, my friends. It's free of charge. She is an amazing person. I have actually worked with her in workshop before.
Well,
She and I have worked together. She's incredible. She's one of the final Dene elders that managed to escape a lot of the boarding schools and was hidden by her indigenous elders so that they could teach her the beauty way. So
That
please
sounds
come.
wonderful.
Being in her presence will be immensely healing, even if you don't hear a word she says. Yes, Lupita
Wonderful, thank you.
McClanahan.
Yeah, the doors open
McClanahan.
at 6:30 and it starts
Right.
promptly at 7. And
That's
also, then on Sunday, we will have, Gloria's gonna speak about Martin Luther King, and then later that day at 1, we're all congregating over at Panera's on Taylor and
Coleman.
and, we had a great meeting the last month, and very, just fun, chatting about metaphysics.
Yep.
And so please, if you can, come and play. And
Have a good week.
that's it. And you guys all look beautiful. I'm loving it.
Sending love to you all.
And love you, Cheryl. Just wrap our love like a blanket around you, my love.
Love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Love to Dottie.
Love
Thank
and
you.
healing to Dottie.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
love and healing
Thank
to
you.
Dottie.
Okay, y'all.
And to Corky.
Oh,
She's
And
putting up a good
Leslie.
front, but she's not been feeling well either. So we've got to shoot some energy their way.
oh,
And to Janet.
yeah.
Yes.
And Songbird, I found your book. So, yeah, let me.
Annie. Yay! Thank
And
you.
to Annie,
So excited.
our
And to
beautiful
Annie,
Annie. Yes.
And
And all the beautiful caretakers that are
Yes.
in our group.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
And again, I want to give a huge thank you to Donna Zahner and all that she did for our beautiful Patty and for our Mel. All of these networks of support and healing we
Oh.
do for our community. I just want to give a huge thank you. My heart is
Donna
just-
Christensen.
Donna Christensen. That's right.
Yes.
Donna Christensen.
Thank you, Donna.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jan.
okay,
Just amazing.
love to all you.
Love, love.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, Mel.
Bye-bye.